Whidbee once again. You know, one of the reasons why I love California, of course, is the weather, the bitches, but the beaches is like the key place to just relax, chill, you know, out in the next mode, just, you know, just live life. And I'm really, really blessed to even make it this far in my life. And that's why Kanari Denim is special to me, you feel me? Because it's about the progress from down bottom up to the top, you know? I'm not saying I'm at the top right now, but I'm really close, you feel me? So stay tuned for some more, you know, you feel me? One.
Every man should have at least two body, now them have. Them a wine, them a skink, we organize up the dance. Me a cool operator, give the girl them romance. Me I love the way them culture on the part of Japan. See all the gold rope, chain shine bright on every.
What it do? Sandro the Barber right here. You can follow me on the gram at Sandro the Barber 89, CEO of Supreme Barbershop. We're located here in Chula Vista, California, SoCal. We make beats, write music, all that, man. Come check us out. I met Steve through the barbershop, you know, my shop. He came in as a client one day. I cut him up and we just caught a vibe, honestly. You know, he was a cool ass cat. He makes dope ass music. Once he showed me his music, I was definitely a fan. Yeah, man, and you know, we always catch a vibe, talk about the culture, talk about music, just everything that is involved in urban culture and, you know, the urban lifestyle. All right, so what inspired me to pursue music after I met Steve was just, it was really inspiring, you know, to meet someone like Steve. He's out here doing his thing, recording, really about that music life. And it gave me a lot of confidence to just pursue music. You know, music has been something that I've been trying to do my whole life. So now that I'm in a position where like I could buy a mic, I could afford, you know, speakers and an interface, I was like, well, fuck it, why not get that shit now? Start it now. Something I always wanted to do. And meeting Steve kind of just gave me that extra boost to even pursue it even more, you know, because he's so motivating through his music and his lyrics and all that stuff. The fact that me and Steve are very like-minded and he's definitely business-minded and business-oriented was something that really drew me to even want to pursue any type of relationship with him, because it's like, you know that saying, they say steel sharpens steel. That's how I feel with Steve, you feel me? Like, he's a sharp dude and I want people like that in my circle, keep me sharp. Currently, me and Steve have not worked on any music yet, but I plan to produce some beats one day, maybe, you know, get on a track with him, Lord willing, whatever, you know. I've known Steve now going on like 3 years, ever since I opened my shop. My shop is about to hit 3 years in July. Steve has been a constant supporter since pretty much day one. So yeah, it's nothing but loyalty right there. So when I first heard Steve's music, I definitely realized he was an East Coast artist. I mean, granted, I already knew he was from the East Coast from knowing him, so when he introduced me to his music, it just definitely confirmed that he's an East Coast artist. You could hear it in the swag and the style, the tone of his voice, his lyrics, how lyrical he is, all that, man. You could just feel it, you feel me? The biggest thing that separates Steve's music from, you know, West Coast artists or East Coast artists is definitely, you can just hear how real he is through his music, you feel me? It's just a real tone. He's talking about some real shit. The visuals, if you seen that last video, man, they was cooking in the kitchen, shit was real, you feel me? Crazy shit. So it's like, I'm a fan of that. You know, I came up listening to, you know, back in the days, listening to 90s rap and shit like that, and it was a lot different than now, and it's just like refreshing to come across artists like Steve, where it's kind of paying homage to that kind of vibe. Alright, so if I had to, you know, compare Steve's music to any artist out there, the first name that would come to my head just from listening to his music, I would have to say 50 Cent, you know? Definitely got that East Coast lyrical going on, hardcore beats, you feel me? It's lit. Gives me a good ass vibe. When I came to the West Coast, it was definitely like an eye-opener, you know, me being from the East Coast. I was definitely kind of biased and kind of just stuck in my ways as far as like culture and like and music and shit like that. But you know, coming to the West Coast, it kind of opened my eyes and kind of broadened my horizon to, you know, it's a different vibe, a different style. Like before, all I knew about West Coast was like Snoop Dogg. That was like the biggest artist I knew. That was from the West Coast. I didn't know shit. I didn't know about like E40 or like Nipsey Hussle or like the Dom Kennedys and shit like that. So coming out here, it definitely opened my eyes to just a whole different vibe. You feel me? That at first I was kind of hesitant to fuck with it, but then the more I got to know about it, I really started to embrace it. I feel like the West Coast definitely has influenced how I make music and how I produce my beats. I also feel like I have a big influence from just like everywhere I've lived. Like I've lived in Miami and shit like that. So I feel like I definitely got like a southern vibe going on. I'm from the East Coast, so I got the East Coast vibe going on. But getting back to Steve, I feel like the culture of the West Coast definitely influences his music. Like I think it goes without saying. You know, as far as like the day-to-day lifestyle of living on the West Coast, I feel like it translates very well. Shit, the sky is the limit. You feel me? I feel like Supreme Barbershop, ain't no telling where it's gonna go. I'm trying to franchise eventually in the future, trying to have this shit nationwide, worldwide, global, you feel me? Yeah, man, I'm just really out here trying to chase my dreams. Steve definitely knows my whole testimony and whatnot. You know, just a couple years ago, I was probably making like 200 in a week. Now I'm making bands in a week, you know? So it's like, it's a big difference. A lot of growth, a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication. But yeah, I only see my business going up. So yeah, make sure to follow me on Instagram, Sandro the Barber 89. You can follow me on Twitter, same thing. My website is supremebarbershop.co, like company. Make sure to go there. You can book appointments, see all my services, see pictures of my work, all that. Also, we got a YouTube channel, Supreme Barbershop on YouTube. Make sure to check that out. Always new content coming out. Please subscribe. And yeah, man, hit me up. You trying to, you know, collab, produce, record, mix and master, fix your fucking haircut, holla at me. Signing out.
Hey, check it out. Damn. Go to my inbox. Homie like, oh, you got some blap. Good looking. He said, let's link up and do a song. Pulled up. We knocked the song out. We shot the video a couple months later. Betts, the nigga behind the camera, shot it. You feel me? And the rest is history. He been a solid nigga ever since then. And I pulled up by myself like every time I go. You know what I'm saying? Pulled up on him, did my stuff. I didn't even have to call to see or tap in to see. I got a genuine feel with niggas when I talk to him. Met him, I'm like, okay, bro, that's solid. You feel me? I can fuck with him. Enough said right there, man.
Oh man, I met Whidbee at work, man. You know what I mean? He was at the lab, I was at the lab, and I'm seeing him up in there, man. Real genuine cat, man. In there doing what he do, what he love, his passion. And when he came out the booth, he hollered at me and was like, man, I heard of you, and you know, this and that. And we just linked it up from there, man. And ever since, we've been locked in. Like this dude, his heart is like real big, homie. Like all he does is work. Ever since I've known him, he's been pushing keys, you know what I mean? He go from work to work, the rap shit, you know what I mean? So he teaches me a whole lot of shit on marketing, you know, utilizing my IG and my Facebook and stuff like that, how to put things out. He didn't even reach out to motherfuckers in New York to, you know, interview me on big stations with big known people, DJs and shit. So, you know what I mean? Ever since we been together, it's been locked, man. And everything he wants, he goes out there and gets it done, man. So ever since that day, we've been like tied in. We did the No Love video. We did the others. What was the other song that we supposed to, Where I'm From? We supposed to do a video to that. I'm just waiting, you know what I mean? My boy got the know-how and he know what to do, and he brought me in, and it's a pleasure, you know, ever since.
I need that same type of plug, because we just did a song. Nah, I fuck with my nigga. He in the trenches right now, though, you feel me?
Yeah.
We in the middle of the turf right now.
Think about all the times that move here and then want to claim a sad.
Okay, I have a lot to say about this subject right here.
No bueno.
Listen, this shit ain't for show. This shit ain't for sale. We got homies that went to the pen, niggas and died, niggas that got DP, niggas running from DPs right now, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But this real shit, this Paru shit, this is a way of life, homie. So when you come from a different state, different city, you come here and you rapping, and you think because you hang with niggas like us or one of the homies, or you know what I'm saying, socialize with us, but you're not from the gang, homie. So we look at that shit as you're a buster, nigga. Don't come around none of us talking that, oh, this, and this, because we go like this. There's Google, but nigga, we know history goes on this side of the town, nigga. We see faces that came up from knee highs, nigga, to what this nigga is, what I am. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is real active out here. G's out here, you feel what I'm saying? Little homies doing their stuff. So we know the real from the fake. So why would you want to even be a part of some gang shit if you didn't come up in no gang shit, nigga? Do something different, nigga. Don't be a nigga. The homie did years in the pit and years in the feds. You get what I'm saying? Bros and all them homies did time, nigga. I done been shot at all type of shit for this shit I push. This ain't no nigga. This ain't a fad. The fun part of this shit is hanging out doing this shit. But outside of this camera, niggas gotta walk and live normal lives, blood. We gotta answer the niggas that, oh, what you said in that song. We gotta stand on our own 10. But you niggas think this shit is a fad. This shit ain't a fad, bro. That's all I gotta say, man. Stop doing it. Yeah. To our city doing that shit.
Yeah, it been G's that done got killed, shot at, you know, doing life in prison, niggas, so we could walk these streets, you know what I mean? And in return, we did the same shit when we was growing up, making it easier for little niggas to walk around with the red rags and the pyro and t-shirts and all that shit, you know what I mean? But for somebody to come out of town, it depends on how they come. If they coming from out of town and they from where they from, and they just a solid nigga, then we can respect that. But if you coming from out of town and you trying to bang what we bang, nigga, and you ain't shed blood, you ain't fought, nigga, you ain't did none of that, then, I mean, yeah, it ain't no bueno, and it ain't gonna happen around us.
Yeah, nigga, because, yeah, like the homie said, bro, don't, if you from where you from, over there, nigga, okay, we respect that, but don't come over here.
We gonna do the research, though.
Yeah, hell yeah, nigga. But don't be over here like, oh yeah, I fuck with you, they fuck with Twice, I fuck with such and such, and think you, nah, nigga, we fuck with you on some music shit, we gonna keep it music. But when it comes to this Paul Ruin, nigga, that's a totally different side of the fence, my nigga. So, you know what I'm saying? Do y'all. We respect you if you respect yourself. You get what I'm saying? You start doing some sucker shit, then a sucker get treated like a sucker supposed to be.
Yeah. You gonna be a motherfucking gopher around this motherfucker for sure. You gonna have to prove your worth around this motherfucker.
I'm gonna tell you right now too, I mean, like, we ain't vouching for that. You come around cause you rap with us and you in the trenches, the homie want to get at you, we gonna be like, nigga, you really with the shit, right? There it is right there. Hey, he's solid. He's solid, bro. Like, from looking a man in his eyes when I talk, he's solid, man. You know what I'm saying? Solid individual. I ain't never had no shaky shit come off him. It been all genuine love. You feel what I'm saying? All genuine. I ain't got nothing negative to say. He taps in, but he remained himself. He didn't get around niggas and say, oh, I'm a whoop, I'm a pyro. No, he remained himself. Nigga, this is what he doing, and this is what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? He ain't doing that other shit. So it's all respect right there, man.
What I can say about Whidbee is he's a man about everything he does, and he stands behind his word. You know what I mean? If he say we gonna do this, it's gonna get done. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta go chase him like, hey man, ain't we doing the video? Nah, everything paid for, everything done, ready. All I need you to do is stand there and do your shit.
Right there.
You know what I mean? All business, no play, you know what I mean? I seen him in a couple little situations on Facebook where niggas was trying to test his gangster, and the nigga stayed a man about it, you know what I mean? Let him know what it is, nigga, and that's what it was.
Yo, this is Whidbee right here. Like I said, when I came to California, I wasn't trying to be like nobody, sound like nobody. I just wanted to do me. But it was hard because, you know, being from the East Coast, I didn't know how to navigate shit. When I first linked up with June, the first thing I thought, this dude is solid, off top. But as time progressed and our friendship grew, he became my brother, and he like helped me out a lot of situations, because in New York, we don't talk about it no matter what. I'm always first to use my fist, and he told me, as a boss in the shed, you can't do that no more. You gotta know how to, you know, leverage things. You know, you got too much to lose. You just gotta maintain yourself. And that's one thing I learned from him, is the fact that
It's
business first, you know. You can't always be a street dude. You got to be a mogul. You got to be a businessman. And this man taught me everything about it. He taught me how to stay humble. He taught me the discipline of this rap game shit. And then when I met the homie Trice, the first thing I thought about him was that this dude is real. You know, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of niggas, they be like, it ain't no East Coast, West Coast beef type of shit, but they be trying to act like I'm not here. But then when I hit twice, he was like, shit, let's roll, you know? You got the money, you got the music, it's slapping, we gonna fucking knock this shit out. And that's the one thing I respect about him, that it was business before anything. And when you look back at it, it's always about your first impression. And this dude has told me, or should I say, he's taught me, you gotta stand on your own 2 feet. And if you ain't a man of your word, what's the point of even dealing with you? And that's why I say, no matter what, like I said in my song, where I'm from, if June say you food, I'm gonna get you. And that's why I really thank these two, because without them, I'd probably be lost, running wild. I wouldn't even be who I am. So like I said, these are my niggas, and we got more shit to come, you feel me?
Yep. And that's an example when you tap in with real motherfuckers in the city, bro. You know what I'm saying? You get tapped in, nigga. Now you in the trenches, nigga.
Yeah, you got motherfuckers just tap in and they won't show you nothing, homie. You gotta get it on how you get it.
Yep.
And figure it out the way you figure it out. Like me, when I got out, niggas wasn't giving me the ropes. You know what I mean? I did like 10. Get out trying to figure shit out, and I had to figure it out on my own. So, you know what I mean? I'm not finna hold back. Nigga, it's enough for everybody out here. So, you know what I mean? Whatever I can do, you know what I mean? Use me, don't abuse me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Kanari Denim coming. Look out for products from the homies.
I want to go to New York.
Shit.
I want to come to New York. I've never been there. I want to come. All love. I want to get out there. I want to fuck with everybody in New York.
Take you all through Bed-Stuy, you know?
I want to go to Bed-Stuy. I heard that's the hood. I think I want to.
Yeah, I ain't never been out to the to the Big Apple. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm gonna catch one of them planes with him. Jay Best got on the plane with him. You know what I mean? I might go next. You know what I mean? He came back in one piece.
On my way to the studio, about to knock out another session with, you know, the homie Loose, engineer extraordinaire. Right now on the way to Full Clip Recording Studios. Just, you know, putting in this work. Let me show y'all what I do, you know? A lot of rappers that get in the booth and just waste time. I always come prepared, as you see, no books, just here, you know, living life. Kanari Denim Part 2, you feel me?
They say I'm lost my way. Money come close, drive to a nigga life. They say I'm lost my way. At the same time, still keep the snake eyes. They say I'm lost my way. Money come close, drive to a nigga life. But I ain't going out. I'm just playing the game. Yeah.
Yo, what's up? This is So Whidbee, aka Whidbee. We out here in California just chilling, you know. I landed in 01 in San Diego, you know, signed to the Marine Corps. I had to get out of New York, but I always kept my ear to music because that was my scapegoat, you know, you feel me? Music has always played a part of my life from the beginning until now. Even in the Marine Corps, I would go to work, listen to music, work out, listen to music, get off work, go home, go to my room, listen to music, you feel me? And then I knew, like, when I was getting out in 09, I needed to figure out what to do because in the Marine Corps, they always say, what you gonna do? You're gonna go back to Brooklyn, you're gonna be in the street, you're gonna continue to be a gang member. You're not a gang member no more, you're a Marine. You know, you should stay here, you know, you're good at what you do. But I've always been the type of person where when I don't like something, I gotta move to the next, you know, the next stepping stone, the next level. But a lot of people, they feel trapped and they stay in that situation that they didn't want to be in. I never really saw myself being a career Marine because that's something I didn't want to do. That's not my passion, you know, you feel me? The Marine Corps is just my stepping stone to the next level, and I had to figure out what I was going to do. I got out in 09. At the time I was married, and basically I was unemployed, and the only thing I knew was basically the street, so I went back to doing what I was doing before I joined the Marine Corps. Eventually, I started getting into the studio, into music, and I was like, maybe I can do this, I ain't gonna lie. I started like rapping just like everybody else, you know, basically talking about the club, bottles, how much money I got, fucking bitches, and my wife, she sat me down and was like, why you rapping like that? That's not who you are. Like, you have to look at the big picture. You're from New York. You're all the way over here by yourself. And people in California, they respect you. They understand your life. They understand the struggle. Rap about what you know. And when she said that, that clicked in my head. 2011 is when I formed my company Free Mind, because I knew I didn't want to take the name of a crime organization. I didn't want to be a drug lord. I wanted to be me. And what I wanted to prove is like we're all different. No matter what struggle we come from, it's all about progression. And I wanted to show the progression from being a hustler to being an enforcer, a drug trafficker, gun runner, a blood, a Marine. Now I'm a boss. So that's when I came up with the mindset of free mind, meaning that my mind is free. I ain't gonna lie, when I was doing the music, shit was hard because motherfuckers would sell me a beat and then sell it to somebody else. And because I'm from the street, the first thing I'm thinking about, I'm gonna fuck them up because they play me, they got money from me, you know? But then like, I would run into individuals like Big June, my bro. He would tell me, that's not how you do it. You can't, like, the industry is full of fuckboys. No matter what you do, no matter where you go, life is full of fuckboys. You just gotta know how to maneuver and deal with them. So basically what I would do, I would have like a core group of people that I would find are solid, and I will continue to work with them. Fuck the fuck boys, because I know basically all they want is money, they want a quick dollar. And what I did was basically seeing like if they're passionate and their passion meets my passion, then fucking we can rock, you know? It's not about, oh, I'm gonna charge them this beat, but I'm gonna charge my homie this beat. No, it was always one solid price. Same thing with like Luce with the studio. His goal was to put out the best music, the best sound for every artist, and that's why like I fuck with Luce, you know. But it was hard for me because I'm always, it's like in Brooklyn, I was always, I don't care, you disrespect me, I'm gonna hurt you. Even in the Marine Corps, they put guidelines on me, basically a lease on me. It was always fight, 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 kill, 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 but you better not until we tell you to. So I always hated that shit. So here we go again, I'm in another struggle. Basically, they telling me, oh, I'm gonna play you, I'm gonna take your money, and there's nothing you can do about it. But I had to realize this is the industry that I have to be in, and I have to play the game. And once I learned to play the game, shit started moving smoothly for me. I ain't gonna lie, like, being in San Diego, it was like a breath of fresh air. When you're from the East Coast, the first thing you think about is when you come to California, you go to LA. I was in Oceanside for like 5 years. I didn't know nothing about San Diego. Of course, we knew about Mitchie Sleg, jail felony. But I remember I was looking at a video from Big Face, you know, the Game's brother, and he did a cover to Pyro and Big June shit. And I was like, man, who the fuck is this? This nigga hard. So once I started seeing like Big June, then I saw a Damu. Then I seen fucking Cows, Loose Lyrics, Don Elway. I was like, damn, fucking San Diego go fucking hard. So then that's when I started branching out to San Diego, moving around, getting my fucking feet planted, finding out who is who, who's real, who's fake. You know, the whole bullshit, like if I'm back home in the East Coast. And eventually, the California sound took a hold of me because I fell in love with my second home. I loved everything about San Diego. Like no matter what, you got the suburbs, you got the hood, you got real niggas, you got fake niggas, you got bum bitches, you got fly girls. But at the end of the day, we all live the same struggle, the same story. It was all about trying to make it to the next day, and I loved it. Back to the music, I ain't gonna lie, there's a lot of people that's like, how you a West Coast artist and you from the East Coast? And once again, I went back to my New York ways, beating people up. And once again, Big June told me that's not what you're supposed to do. You gotta play the politics, fuck what they say. And I was always telling him, niggas don't fuck with me. Watch, put my music on your page, they ain't gonna fuck with it. And until he seen, as he posted it, that niggas didn't fuck with me. And it's not because, oh, I'm garbage, it's because I was from the East Coast. And I knew from that point, I had something to prove that I don't care if they don't accept me, that the world is gonna accept me. And then once my music started taking off, then motherfuckers wanna reach out like, oh yeah, we fuck with you. But like I said, if you're not part of my core, it's all business. My core, no matter what, from point A to point Z, have always been solid 100, and that's why I continue to work with the same people. The music is easy, and Like, as long as you take your time, play the game, everything is going to come to you. California from New York has been like the best decision I made in a long time. Because if it wasn't for the Marine Corps, I probably would have been dead a long time ago. As I got out in 09, I was going to move back to New York, but California humbled me. California gave me a chance to enjoy life, to live, you know? The same old, you work hard, you need to enjoy it, and I didn't understand that. I was always on the same mind frame that I don't understand why I was blessed to live the life I live. But as I like deal with certain people and I understand like certain things, I understand I'm truly am blessed. And like I said, it reflects in my music, you know? I could easily be talking about all the money I got. I could easily be talking about the cars, the foreign women, all that blah, blah, blah. But it doesn't matter. As long as I'm staying true to who I am and my beliefs, to me, that's all that matters, you know? Like, a lot of people, they come to California, they try to fit in, they want to claim a set that they're not from. They want to fuck with so-and-so because so-and-so is popular. With me, I just want to stay true to me. You might see me with the Bloods, you might see me with Crips, you might see me with Essays, but at the end of the day, everybody that I'm associated with, they know that I'm 100, I expect things a certain way, and nothing else matters. All that fuck shit, take it somewhere else, you know, you feel me? I always tell them, no matter who you are, what you do, it's all about the money. It's all about the money. You know, right now, just in California working on Kanari Denim, shit's gonna be crazy, classic, you know? But stay tuned, we got some good shit coming, you feel me?
What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Loose Lyric. You know, I'm one of the top engineers out. I work with a lot of top artists like Gucci Mane, Snoop, Nipsey. I was blessed to work with my boy Whidbee. And, you know, we just be up in here trying to make history like always, you know. Now your boy from San Diego, California, Southeast San Diego. Blessed to make it out of San Diego, Southeast. And now I'm just keep grinding. And, you know, when I first started recording Whidbee was cool. He was alright, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of hard to understand the path he was going on, you know what I mean? And after a couple years working with my nigga, I'm proud to see how far he has come. And, you know, I'm kind of proud to see it because, you know, it's like I got to work with somebody from the very beginning all the way to the peak of their career. So, you know, it's a blessing. I know Whidbee from a mutual homie. He was just referred to me. You know, I own a studio out here in San Diego, and one of the top studios, FC Recording. And, you know, he was just referred by one of my good clients. What do I think of Whidbee as a person? I think he's a genuine, good-hearted person. You know, a little bit too much sometimes, but my nigga is a pit bull when he get mad too, so I guess it's a good balance. Kanari Denim is to me, I don't know what exactly it means to Whidbee, but to me, Kanari Denim is progression. It's evolution. It's from, you know, from the bottom to the top. It's showing what he got now from where he began, and it's just a big leap. Well, I think of it so far, I think it's a classic. I think everybody that's watching this, if you fuck with me, fuck with that. You know, I like a lot of my nigga music, but, you know, the most recent song I should say that I like is probably with him and Bugatti and Chris. It's Blues Brothers. I've known Whidbee for about 2-3 years, 2-3 solid years. I could say that, you know, I've been probably he's been probably my good friend for about 2 years, other 3 years. What's the hardest thing? Nigga, it was a lot of hard things. You said I should know. I mean, I think my personal thing is your transition from San Diego from New York was just the culture, the people, trying to adapt to the scene of San Diego, the rap scene, trying to network without fucking niggas up, trying to do business with niggas that don't even know how to do business yet. Like your vision might be a little bit more clear than some people. So I would think, maybe it would be the transition of people, maybe so much more than just the music. The music, the transition maybe was just finding, yourself, your sound or whatever, his sound or whatever in it. But other than that, I think it was probably more so the transition of trying to fit in. California, West Coast, period. It's a whole totally different thing from the East Coast, you feel me? Niggas that act different, niggas, a whole different breed of niggas over here. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be hard for anybody to try to come over here and adapt from another coast, you know what I mean? It's just, one thing I could say Whidbee might need to work on is not so much the music. Like I said, I think the music in general, music with anybody, period, is just, finding yourself within it. And once you find yourself in it, it's just basically playing with the sound now. I think he found himself in the music. He just got to find, more, beats that might fit his cadence or whatever, or something like that. But I think more so is just finding the right business, the right markets, or to put your music on different platforms or on a higher level, but as far as the music, I think Whidbee pretty much found himself within the music. He just needs to find himself surrounding the music.
I know Whidbee I met him through my boy Loose Lyric. Loose Lyric actually referred him to me as he was saying that he needed a video. Now, when I first met him, I was like, this is a big ass nigga. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I was like, this is a big ass nigga. Who knows? I might do the wrong thing. He might whoop my ass. You feel me? Nah, but on some real life shit, when I first met him, he was a real cool, humble dude. Actually, he was more professional than I thought it would be. Usually, I run into people, they just like, yo, let's shoot a video, let's do this, do that. Like, he was actually professional. He had all the funds, and he knew exactly what he wanted. You know what I'm saying? He didn't bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And actually, we fed off each other. We had great energy. So when I met him, and actually my boy Loose Lyric is a good friend of his as well, and we just all clicked. We all mashed. So when we got together, it was just like peanut butter and jelly. It just went together. You can't even deny it. You know what I'm saying? When I think about Whidbee's music, I think he's actually different than a lot of people. I mean, he actually comes from the East Coast, which is different from where we at right now, which is we're in San Diego, California. So his style was way different. When I thought about it at first, I was like, I don't know, because like I said, it's something different. I never really be honest with you, like besides Jay-Z and DMX, we really don't know too much about the East Coast culture. So it was something really different. It was broad. It was new. It was fresh for me. You know what I'm saying? So it was really actually something that I really didn't know how to grasp it, to be honest with you. So I was just like, yo, I'm gonna be creative. I'm gonna take my creative ability and listen to the music and just come up with what I see. And that's how, you know what I'm saying, that's what I thought in the beginning. Now, I think actually Whidbee is actually a great artist and a great person at that, because in the beginning, like I said, I didn't know him. Only can judge him from his music, and you don't know the person when you just hear their music. You hear their music, they be like, yeah, they doing this, they doing that, they done this. You don't really know that, and from seeing him as personally to hearing his music, I thought he was like that. It's the truth right here. He's the truth. Like, you know what I'm saying? You might not like him, you might not like his style, but his music will show the truth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything that since we've been on this journey, I've seen is real. Everything is real about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? No fake, no fraud, no phony. If I was to rank Whidbee on other artists in San Diego, shit, hell, just period. On other artists, I would say I would rank him on the top 5. Personally, why? Because first of all, he has a brand. You know what I'm saying? He branding himself. I mean, Free Mind and his clothes and just everything that he's doing, him as a person, he's branding himself, and he took something that was a job and funded something that his passion, his hobby, his dream. You know what I'm saying? Most people, they might invest $100, maybe $200, and if they don't see the residual income soon, they quit. He's been doing this for a minute. Sometimes you're gonna take losses. As boss, you're gonna take losses. You might have to, you know what I'm saying, take a couple $100 grand, a couple hundred, maybe even $1 or $2. You gotta take a loss, but he's taking a loss and he's still grinding. You know what I'm saying? So I would say that I would rank him as a top 5, not even on just grinding and branding, but his patience for the game. You know what I'm saying? At this time and age, you gotta have patience. You gotta grind hard, but you gotta have patience, and his patience is up there. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? You can rap all you goddamn want. You can be the best, firest motherfucking artist in the world, but if you don't have no patience until the time happens, until your opportunity comes, you're gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? So, hustle, branding, patience, and then just the love for the game. You know what I'm saying? As in, like LeBron, you can't expect to be a legend if you don't love the shit that you're doing. You gotta love the process. So if I had to rank him, I have to say top 5. You know what I'm saying? I can't even say 1, 2, 3 because it's like he's still growing. You know what I'm saying? This is just the beginning. You thought you seen something, you ain't seen shit. This is just the beginning of his reign. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, we doing a documentary. There's a lot of artists ain't even doing documentaries. No matter, they're not documenting their life. And shit, we've been doing this. I've been with Whidbee for years now, and I've been seeing his growth, man. And if y'all take a time out and go and see some of his beginning music to now, you be like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Even got a strong, you know what I mean, fan base out in the scene. If you go out to New York, it's no bullshit. You go out to New York, niggas know Whid. That's real shit. Most niggas be like, I'm from New York, or I'm from Cali, or I'm from this. Man, people know Whid. So if you really wanna put your own ranking on it, go check out his music, man. Go hit his Facebook, man. You know what I'm saying? Go show some love, because like I said, you gonna regret not hopping on like y'all didn't hop on Google when Google was popping. Y'all gonna regret not hopping on, man. Upcoming projects. Me and Whid, we got a whole lot of stuff. Actually, sometimes we got so much stuff we don't even know what we about to do. It just pop up like blam, video. Might be tomorrow, you never know. But I got a couple of things I'm working on. I got a script that I'm writing on with Big Y. If you don't know who Big Y is, check him out. I got some things up and coming with some more actually video production and movies and videos, and I'm still doing the photography thing, but a little bit on the low. Just, man, I got all kind of projects. But we really focusing on this Whidbee project, because actually that's what I'm more actually looking forward to, man. You know what I mean? Because we've been through this journey, and it took me to New York. Been to New York, man. Like, man, we got a lot of stuff going. We got mixtapes we about to drop. Kanari Denim, you know that's coming. Man, we got a lot coming. So yeah, I would say, if y'all really want to look forward to something, Kanari Denim, that's coming. It's real soon. Like, not soon, but like real soon. You feel me? So that's coming right to your ear, right to your face, straight like that, man, straight up.
All right, in closing, like I said, in part 1, you see my homie Rich, but it's not really too many people I fuck with. Like I said, I have a core of people I fuck with that's 100 solid loyal. I got Jay, as you can see right here, the man behind the lens. The one thing he's always told me that stood out to me is that you're not from here. That's gonna make you stand out. That's gonna make people hate. But what you gotta do, you just gotta keep busting them in the head. No matter what, keep dropping. Eventually, they're gonna get on the bandwagon, and no matter what, stay humble and do what you do. Do what you do. And what I do, I destroy beats. I show my people how to get this money. I show my people how to live life. Like I said, my core group, Jay, Luce, Big June, Twice, and myself. Because without myself, there wouldn't be no me, as you can see. But anyway, Kanari Denim Part 2, in closing, we got this good shit coming, so stay tuned, you feel me?
Right at you.
Say I'm lost in my way.
Money come, vibe to a nigga life.